Dave Simon and his co-hosts are completing the remaining finishing touches for tonight's episode. If you are watching the replay, you can skip to the 4-minute and 54-second mark to get to Dave's intro. While you are waiting, watching live, take a look at the news and articles about pro wrestling and MMA from The Authority, the Ringside Report Network. Our website is at ringsidereport.net. That's ringsidereport.net.
Please wait. Hold on. Keep waiting. Almost done. 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 Subscriber is speaking at the moment. Subscriber is speaking at the moment. Subscriber is speaking at the moment. Please wait. Hold on. Keep waiting. Almost done. 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 Subscriber is speaking at the moment. Subscriber is speaking at the moment. Subscriber is speaking at the moment.
Welcome to today's broadcast from the Ringside Report Network. We are a viewer and listener-supported creative team. We would really appreciate it if you became a recurring supporter at membership.ringsidereport.net. While you are waiting, watching live, take a look at the news and articles about pro wrestling and MMA, and while there, check out our exclusive merch, including great jiu-jitsu gear from the Ringside Report Network. Our website is at ringsidereport.net. It's ringsidereport.net.
Subscriber is speaking at the moment.
Big matches set for Clash in Paris. We went to SmackDown last week. We'll talk about it here. And SmackDown tonight. Sami Zayn officially on the roster. It's Wrestling Uncensored. Where's Johnny North? Where is he? Wait a second. There he is. Johnny North. My favorite wrestler and yours. There he is. What's up, big guy?
Seems to it looked like a huge logo in front of me right there at first, actually.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Johnny logo.
Yeah. That was kind of nice, yeah. I don't know how well you guys can hear me, sadly. My microphone not working so well, but we're managing as best as we can here tonight.
Yeah, Johnny's having some mic issues. Doesn't have the right mic going for some reason. Couldn't figure it out.
Yeah. As we're talking about Windows updates, messes up everything, so that's what happens.
Yeah. We'll do our best, though, John. I can hear you. You can hear me. That's what's most important, right?
That's the important part, yeah.
Yeah.
And your adventures at the Bell Center last Friday. And we see the results right there if you're wearing a John Cena t-shirt, sadly. I mean, it's fair to say
huh? You want me to get the
SmackDown
armbands and the hat and everything? What? Uh-huh.
Last week was better than this week. I'll give you that.
Yeah? Are you kidding? After seeing tonight's SmackDown, I'm so happy they gave us what they gave us last week. We weren't on last week because we're normally on Fridays after SmackDown, but I was at SmackDown, so I wasn't able to be on right after SmackDown. So here I am tonight. We're back. And I went to SmackDown last week. It was at the Bell Center in Montreal, which is the city that I live and was born in. You know? Born and raised in Montreal. In the city. Not like you, John. Foreigner. From the country.
I've lived in the city since like 2004. Like,
yeah.
It's been a while now.
Still. You didn't grow up in the city. It's different.
Well, I've been in NDG more recently than you have, so.
So, I'm still more NDG than you could ever be. You could live in NDG for the rest of your life. You didn't play for the Lynx. You never played for the Lynx, bro.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong about that.
You know, I was an all-star for the Lynx. Don't mess with me. I'm real NDG. Nevertheless, John, welcome to Montreal. We're very happy to have you in our city. You're from like 30 minutes away. You're not, right? It's pretty close.
More like an hour away, actually. But
really?
Yeah. Park Safari? How long does it take you to get to Park Safari?
A while, I guess. Yeah, it's like an hour. What's the name of the town you're from, John?
Hemmingford.
What's Huntington?
You've been there before. Huntington's like it's another town, but it's a little further up north of Hemmingford.
It's close.
There's a bunch of little towns. Oof, I think that's another hour away.
Really?
If you count everything's an hour away, then sure, it's close because everything's an hour away, I guess.
I don't know these places. I know about Montreal. I know about NDG. I know about Verdun's. I know about downtown, you know, Westmount. I've been there. I don't know about outside of the city. It's similar for a lot of people. Anyways, SmackDown was here, John. But I digress.
You took the metro, right?
No, we got a ride.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't feeling too good. My daughter was sick. I had a little something. So.
Well, for everyone else on the metro.
Yeah. So we went, and it was a good time. I felt good. I was all right. Took some Advil. No problem. Saw John Cena. They gave us John Cena. They gave us Cody Rhodes. They gave us Logan Paul. They gave us all those guys in promo form and also in a wrestling match at the end of the show. When's the last time John Cena wrestled on SmackDown? They probably said it on commentary, but it feels like a very long time.
Again, this is just top of the head kind of thing. I think they said it too, but I think it was that tag match. I think it was like the first of the year or something, like a couple of years ago. Remember, it was like Cena. Was it Cena and Owens or something against like Roman? It wasn't even Roman, or was it just the Usos or something like that? Wasn't something like that going down?
I don't remember. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It feels like forever that he wrestled on SmackDown. When they said that they were going to do a match, I couldn't believe it. You know? And I know we were texting and you were complaining and you were saying, why does this keep popping up? What's going on?
Okay, you're seeing it too, all right?
Yeah, I'm seeing it too. I don't know why it keeps popping up. What's happening?
That's okay. It's me, so it's all right.
I don't hate it, but it's like, why is that happening again? Anyways.
So, a match you weren't expecting?
I didn't expect them to wrestle. I didn't expect them to actually have a match. And it was what it was. It was a DQ finish, and then they had a brawl and everything, and it was whatever. But the fact that we saw Cena do his moves was cool. You know, we got to see Cena in a match. Cena do the entrance with Cody. It was cool. And if you look at the average SmackDown, what we got was unbelievable. Look at what they did tonight. The main event of SmackDown tonight was Sami Zayn with Jimmy Uso and Jacob Fatu beating Solo Sikoa, Smallest Tonga, and JC Potato. That was the main event. The main event last week was John Cena and Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. You know? We got a great show last week. I was very, very happy with what they gave us. It was amazing. And not just me, but I went with my son and my brother. But, you know, me and my brother, we've seen John Cena a bunch, you know? We've seen him wrestle. We've seen him do all sorts of things over the years. I've seen Cena tons. But my son had never seen John Cena. And this was going to be the last and only time he would ever see John Cena. He's 8 years old. He was super hyped, decked out in the Cena gear. He had the hat. I got him the hat, the shirt, the whole thing, the wristbands, the towel. I sent you a picture. All right.
Yeah.
And like, he was hyped. So he got to see Cena not only cut a promo, which is what I thought that's all we were going to get, but then also wrestle. Pretty good.
I mean, I'm sure you were happy to see it, and the fans were very happy. I thought the opening segment was a very good segment to get the crowd going, and albeit the match ended in a DQ, I thought was kind of terrible. The fact that you got something like that is amazing because you don't usually get something like that. So, and I feel like from what I've heard from a lot of people, the live experience makes up for if the show is kind of lacking in certain areas. Now, I did see people complain that Montreal didn't seem that loud at times because I guess people thought Montreal should have been louder at certain points, but I think people are picky about that.
Did you hear the Cena pop?
Of course. Well, that's it. Like they were picky in the sense where you guys were loud for that. You weren't exactly very loud for Charlotte and Alexa Bliss too much. It should have been louder. You know, like it seemed like you guys were picky in terms.
It wasn't great.
I don't disagree. I thought it was one of the worst parts of the show was that part. So, but again, like I heard a lot of criticisms about that. Quebec City got it too as well. Probably worse.
I thought it was cool because we got to see Charlotte Flair wrestle. I was very happy to see the Queen in the ring. I mean, she didn't wrestle tonight. She was just there.
Yeah. I think in terms of star power, you definitely destroyed SmackDown tonight without question. Easily.
Boston got screwed. It was the Boston screw job tonight.
Which is weird because, Boston, you think Cena would have showed up for Boston. Nope.
I feel like his last match is going to be in Boston. Should be anyways.
Well, now that's up to debate too. Now I don't know if you saw the story about that. They want it to be the same day as the AEW pay-per-view World's End instead of the Saturday Night's Main Event, which I think is scheduled for Boston.
Mm-hmm.
But NBC,
they want to push it to World's End so that they're going to do like an extra show at AEW World's End. They're trying to counter-program AEW to death. They're doing shows on the same night as AEW. They're announcing all sorts of shows like at the same time as these AEW pay-per-views. They're trying to bury AEW. And it might work. That's the sad thing about it. It might work. TNA is talking about going to Wednesday nights. You know, like that's the thing. WWE kind of controls TNA now, and they're using them as like a proxy in the war against AEW. It's pretty nuts. They bought AAA. They're promoting that. I mean, TKO, the company that oversees WWE, they're promoting the Canelo Alvarez fights and the UFC, and WWE has a hand in TNA and AAA. And I mean, the reach of this company, it's pretty hard to contend with if you're AEW. Especially when the WWE is like counter-programming you hard. If John Cena's having his last match against Brock Lesnar, The Rock, Roman Reigns, somebody big, are you going to watch that, or are you going to watch Hangman against whoever Hangman's feuding with? Like, what is AEW even doing? I've lost interest in AEW. I think a lot of people have. They demand too much out of their fans, I think. They ask too much.
I think it really depends, though, on the circumstance. Like, for the idea that they're going to have a show in September, that they're going to have Brock Lesnar, John Cena go up against All Out. Like, they've already gotten 14,000 already for that, or 12,000 for All Out. Like, they're going to do well enough already in Toronto, and they haven't even announced what Edge and Christian are doing yet, and they're already back together. So you can guarantee they're going to do something together in Toronto. So that's going to be gigantic. So they're going to be fine with that. And I don't it'll hurt them, but it won't bury them. Like, they still have enough draws. That's the big thing. That AEW has enough draws that they're going to be all right. This is the problem with TNA. Like, they need a lot of that WWE help to get some draws. And the problem is they only get NXT guys. They need strong. AJ Styles just showing up isn't enough. AJ Styles wrestling in TNA needs to happen.
Yeah, but even then, if Dynamite went up against TNA Impact, I mean, I'd watch Dynamite every night. TNA doesn't offer anything that I want to see.
Well, that's if they offered AJ Styles is going to wrestle in TNA. I think some people actually would check it out. Maybe you wouldn't be that bit interested, but I think some people would be like, "Oh, what's going to happen?" kind of thing.
I saw him wrestle on Raw. It was good. His match on Raw this week was actually pretty nice. Him and Dragon Lee versus El Grande and Dominic. It was fun.
WWE has the capability to pull it off. It's just how willing are they to actually go all the way with this and to pretty much control TNA pretty much start to finish. That's what they're going to have to do.
Yeah.
They're going to help TNA a lot, but they're practically going to have to control them and basically give them a lot of their top stars in order to pull this off, I think.
Yeah, they're not going to do that, though. They're not going to give them that much. They're not going to... They're going after AEW, and you can see it. I do want to talk a little bit more about SmackDown. Leor in the chat, member of the team over at join.ringsidereport.net. Thank you for supporting Leor. He says, how much did decent seats for SmackDown in Montreal cost? Sounds like it was certainly worth it for you, Dave. Fantastic core memories achieved with your family. Yeah, it was really great. Great memories for my son and me and my brother. Just a great time. Tickets were not cheap. I think they were $3 something. It was a long time ago that I purchased them. You buy them in advance. Leor also says that Cena shirt has Montreal Canadiens vibes. It really does. Right?
I
do you
mean,
think?
Cena's worn every color, so
Yeah, but
I mean,
the cross here, it's like it looks a little, with the extra stuff. Looks a little Canadian-ish.
sure,
Also, there's French on it. See that?
it's very weird how the English is bigger than the French. They kind of screwed that up a little bit, but oh well.
Yeah, right there. See?
It's supposed to be the other way around.
No, the French is bigger than the English.
Is
On
it?
the circle? Yeah, dude. On the
Oh,
circle, the French is bigger than the English.
Well, I mean the top line there, though.
Look how
like,
small the
in
English
circle.
print is. You can barely see it. And you can read perfectly
Yeah,
what it says in French. Yeah, the
the
top last
last
time is
line-
not
yeah, the
because
top
all the
line,
shirts
yeah.
are like that. But like where it has French and English, the French is actually
Sure.
bigger. It's like twice the size.
Language police was still not like that. I'm telling you, it wouldn't pass.
Rise above hate, John. Never give up.
It's funny they brought that back.
All right? These are the things you must remember. Rise above hate and never give up.
Even though he gave up like a few months ago, but okay.
Yeah. I enjoyed getting the shirt. I was like, yeah, let's get... Man, the gimmick line's crazy long. Crazy. I'd never seen lineups like that for the T-shirts and stuff. Never, ever in my life. I've been going to shows at the WWE in Montreal, WWE consistently, all of the shows for like decades. I've never seen it like that. It's crazy. Such long lines.
I'm sure it wasn't cheap either.
No, it was not. It was very expensive, all the stuff I bought, man. It cost money. But they only come like once a year now. So I figure you go all out. Get everything. My son wanted everything. I said, all right, let's do it. Let's go. It's pro wrestling. Who doesn't love pro wrestling? You got the Jey Uso shirt too? Yeet. Got a yeet.
Well, and that's it too. I think it's mainly for the kids now.
Yeah.
Like before, I think it really kind of was, but now more so than ever.
Yeah. It was good. Like it was fun for me, man. Like the John Cena pop, I mean, we had really great seats too. Cena coming out, it was crazy. Charlotte was fun.
Oh, that promo. Oof. Okay.
Yeah, the promo wasn't great, but seeing her come out, I was disappointed she didn't keep the robe on longer. She came out looking amazing in that robe, and then she just took it off immediately. I was like, keep the robe. It's beautiful. I want to see more of the robe. But she took off the robe for the promo. Keep it on. I guess it was cake. She didn't want to get cake on the robe. I wouldn't want to get cake on that robe either. It's a sweet-ass robe. Probably costs like $50,000. Sami Zayn, super over as always in Montreal. A little surprised to see him because he was on Raw at the time, and then he was on Raw in Quebec City this past Monday. But then tonight, he's back on SmackDown because Solo and the boys attacked Sami on Raw, and he came to confront Solo, but also tell him that he is now on SmackDown and he's coming after the U.S. Championship. So Sami has just changed brands, which is something that people don't do that often in WWE. So it's a pretty big week for Sami. Shows up on SmackDown when he's not supposed to, has a match, beats the U.S. champion, and then tonight shows up on SmackDown, says Quebec City, too, super over, has this match with Rusev and has a whole thing with Solo. Tonight has a promo on SmackDown, announces he's on SmackDown, and then gets the win with his kick on Solo, beating Solo again, this time not a roll-up, like quick finish. This time it's like hitting you with the finisher, 1, 2, 3, middle of the ring. Sami gets a real clean win over Solo in the 6-man tag. So pretty big week for Sami Zayn. The show, 2 shows in Quebec, 1 in Montreal, 1 in Quebec City. And then the appearance tonight. I really like the Pas Gentil chant that they do. And I like how commentary is totally confused. Like they have no idea what they're saying. In Quebec City, they started chanting Pas Gentil, pas gentil, which is just funny. Like, it's not nice. For those of you that don't speak French, it means not nice. Not nice. Pas gentil is just not nice, which is a hilarious thing to say to wrestlers who are doing dastardly things. That's not nice. That's not nice. You know, like, we don't do that. But for some reason, in Montreal and in Quebec City, they were doing it big time. Pas gentil is a very good chant. Very good. Oh, it's funny. The non-French speakers are totally confused by it. It's good. Pas gentil. I also like On s'en calisse. That's a good one too. When they start doing they start saying a promo that, you know, it's basically means we don't care, we don't give a fuck, basically. On s'en calisse.
It's a little crass.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's funny for a wrestling show because you're hearing that chant loud on Monday Night Raw. It's fun. It's like, oh yeah, that's us. That's our people. I like it. It's funny. On s'en calisse is a funny chant. Also, pas gentil is it's even funnier. That's my favorite one though. Pas gentil.
Well, again, just from experience, I feel like a lot of this came from like independent shows in Quebec.
Yeah.
And then they just got popular enough that they've made it now to the main shows.
It's good. Have people chanted pas gentil at you?
I think it's more like hardcore matches or something like, you know, terrible, like in terms of thumbtacks or something, or someone gets like barbed wire in the crotch or something like that. That's when those chants would come out, I think.
Light somebody on fire. Pas gentil. It's like, yeah, it's not
exactly,
nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be exactly like that.
It's like ironic a little bit.
And I think it just fit here because a lot of people know it and it catches on. So,
well, it was fun. I like when I like being at Raw in Montreal, and I also like when they do shows in Quebec City or SmackDown in Montreal, and then the Raw in Quebec City. I like watching that on TV. I like watching a Quebec audience do WWE on TV. It's fun because we do it differently. You know?
Well, I had a friend in Quebec City. He was giving me notes and all that, saying that, again, like me watching on television, I'm like, it doesn't seem that great. But he says, like, live, it feels fantastic. He says the arena is amazing because it's a brand new arena that they have there, the Videotron Center, I think it's called. Like, it looks amazing. And it really feels like it's alive there. For some reason on TV, you didn't feel the energy as much. For whatever reason, it didn't come out as much. Like, you felt it a little bit, but he said like it was almost start to finish. It was crazy. So that's one thing. And again, like kind of what you said too, when you go live, it's a totally different kind of feel, and you don't pick up the energy when you watch on TV as much. So if you have the chance actually to watch something, it's better to see it live instead of just like, oh, watch it on television.
Yeah, it was great. Just going. The energy was really great. People were really excited for John Cena. You know, there was a real buzz for John Cena. Everybody bought this T-shirt. Everybody. It was, it was just a fun. It was like a farewell to John Cena night. And Cena's promo was very much about Montreal and Montreal wrestling fans. It was great. He played it perfectly.
If you like John Cena, I guess, sure.
Well, he showed respect to the Montreal wrestling fan. Did you not think?
I think he respected Montreal because he's had moments where I think in Montreal that, Montreal goes off the rails a little bit. He's been on those shows where it's happened.
I did that to him one time.
Right. So
yeah, I sent him off the rails a little bit in Montreal one time early. Oh. Should I tell the story?
You want to? Yeah, tell the story.
Well, it's not a crazy. It's not. It's just I was a younger boy. I was maybe, how old was I? 17, maybe 18, 19, in that range.
You were a young man.
I was a younger man. And Cena comes out, and he's like just becoming babyface Cena, right? Like everybody loves him at this point. He's wearing the jerseys of every town that he goes into. He's saluting, and he's still rapping, I think. And he's like getting really hot, and everybody seems to love him. And I'm just like, he's not anywhere near as good as Kurt Angle or Chris Jericho or Rob Van Dam. Why is this guy getting pushed? Like, you know?
He never was, too.
No, he never was. But, that's not always the point. But it is true. He's not as good technically as those guys, and never could be. So I was a little annoyed that John Cena was the guy getting pushed, the chosen one, and he was like over, and I was not liking it. And I think he figured everybody liked it, but me and my brother, we did not like it. So we were sitting on the aisle of a SmackDown in Montreal, and Cena comes. I could still picture his face, and it was so damn funny because he's coming towards us, and we're just giving it to him like the Steve Austin fingers, F you Cena, you suck Cena, and he's coming out like, yeah, and then he's walking over to us, and he's like, oh, and then he walked to the other aisle, other side, because he something broke in his face where he was like, oh, what, these guys hate me? Why would anyone hate me? Everybody loves me. Because me and my brother clearly hated him at the time. Hated him. And we were letting him have it. He was right there. He was coming towards us trying to get love. And we were like, no love for you, Cena. You suck. We were not in the Let's Go Cena. We were in the Cena sucks camp.
I feel now
it was pretty good.
If you give the finger or something or tell the wrestlers to F off, I think you get kicked out now, actually.
Yeah, maybe. It's not as fun as it used to be. Back then, I remember a time Steve Austin, that's just how he saluted people. So if you did that back, you were kind of supposed to.
Right.
12 years old throwing the double birds at Stone Cold, That's what you're supposed to do, brother. What's the problem?
Different era. That's the fun part. Growing up in the Attitude Era, different kind of mentality was back then.
Yeah, a better mentality. I miss it.
Well, it's
Tougher.
different. That's it.
Tougher, brother. More fun. More fun. They don't want you to have fun anymore. They don't want you to flip off wrestlers. What's up with that? I don't do that anymore. I'm too old for that. Also, I have my son with me, so back then I didn't have children. I was a young man, and I was a little wild. I'm now much older. It's 20 years later, so we've all changed. Now I like Cena. Yeah, Cena's all right.
Well, it's funny, though. You're no more of the swearing and all that. Pretty sure I heard a lot of the F you Logan stuff, and maybe it was censored for us, but I imagine it wasn't censored live.
No. Well, I mean, he's 8 years old, so he's heard words before. He understands.
Okay.
He's not supposed to say them. His sister, on the other hand, not understanding. Thinks it's funny. It pops her brother, so she's like, he tells her to do it. She does it. He laughs, so she keeps doing it. It's like, you're 3 years old. You can't do this. It's good. It's good.
They'll learn eventually.
Yep. Yeah, it's fun. Anyways, SmackDown was great. We had a great time. Sami wrestled twice, There was a dark match. He wrestled El Grande. Beat El Grande.
So Kaiser?
Yeah. And
okay, well, that's nice.
And Raquel Rodriguez wrestled Bayley in a dark match.
Well, you had seen Bayley earlier, when Cena was doing the promo. You had seen Bayley watching the promo.
Yeah, that was cool because where we were, we could kind of see a bit of the backstage, and I could see Bayley just standing there watching Cena's promo. Just standing to be in the arena, in the crowd, seeing the promo, which I thought was pretty cool. I sent you a video. I was like, hey, look, Bayley's watching Cena. And you're like, you should post that. I was like, oh, yeah. I should post that. And then I did. And it got many likes and retweets. Good thinking, John.
Well, I wasn't expecting you get one person that got mad at you for some reason. I don't understand that part, but that just shows you.
I forgot about that.
X is
Somebody
like
got mad.
kind of
I think he was mad at Cena, but it seemed to be directed towards me. When you get a lot of tweets and retweet, when like a lot of people see what you say, even if it's completely innocuous, for some reason there's some crazies out there that'll hate you. They'll say something mean towards you, and then block you immediately. It was very strange. Yeah, I think it was talking about Cena, but it seemed like it was directed towards me. I don't know. I forget what he was saying. I'm not looking for it. It's not worth it. But yeah, there was some guy. Yeah, a lot of people were happy about it, though, to see Bayley doing that. I thought it was a cool sign of respect. I like that.
Yeah,
we could also
I
see
think for the
Logan
most
and
part-
Cena brawling, and the end of the brawl as they walk through the curtain is very much we're just walking through the curtain now. Like they got to keep that charade going a few more steps further, because there's a good chunk of the audience that could see you just going, let's walk now. We're done. They brawled out, and we saw them just kind of stop because they were out of shot. They had turned the corner, but you could still see them going straight from our vantage point, and they were just walking away.
Well, I remember you complaining about this at a pay-per-view. I want to say Money in the Bank. You complained
Randy
that
Orton?
Randy, yes, would
Yeah.
do something like that.
When he wasn't on camera, he was just like sitting there, not selling, drinking water, waiting for his next spot. And I was like, that's not wrestling.
No, not so much. And it looks bad because, there's 17,000 at least seeing you.
We can all see it.
It looks bad. Unprofessional. A little bit.
Yeah. Whatever.
Again,
You're the Randy Orton
they're
fan,
perfect.
John, not me.
Well, Randy, I think, has learned, because I haven't heard Randy do that in a while. John
he's
Cena just did it
improved.
recently.
He's better now. Took him a long time to get decent, though. It took Randy a lot longer. It took longer for me to come around on Randy than it did for Cena. Like, I was not impressed with Cena for a really long time, and then it took, eventually I was like, all right, he's all right. But Randy, it was only recently, maybe in the past 5 years, where it's like, yeah, he's all right now. He's kind of a veteran. He's kind of a legend, I guess. He's figured it out. He's evolved.
I was the opposite on Cena. I'm like, when I saw Cena's rise a little bit, when he was first a heel rapper, I'm like, this is the next guy kind of thing. And
I never liked.
I was actually I was kind of happy when he beat JBL. I'm like, this is it. Now this is his rise right here, and I was on board with it. And then I forget what happened exactly. I think he
won the belt
Kurt
the
Angle?
next year.
Yeah, he won the belt. He beat JBL. Had the
Yeah.
JBL. That was fine. Went to Raw. That was cool. Had the three-way with Jericho and Christian. That's fine. Whatever. The match with Jericho was kind of but Jericho was on his way out, so that's fine. But then I think he beat Kurt Angle 2 or 3 times in a row, and then I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's a little much there.
Yeah.
And then I got sour on him. And then everyone got sour on him by WrestleMania with his match with Triple H.
Yeah. Everybody turned on him there. And then Triple H lost to him, and I was like, what?
I mean, it was a lose-lose situation. It's fine. It wasn't too big on either guy, so.
Well, now Cena works for Triple H in a way, and Cena will be wrestling Logan Paul at Clash in Paris, August 31st. And we won't see Cena until maybe, I think, SmackDown in Dublin on the 22nd. So next week, I think he's supposed to be on SmackDown, isn't he?
So, SmackDown's in Dublin. I think Dynamite's in Scotland. Am I correct on this?
Yeah. Dynamite's in Scotland Wednesday. SmackDown's in Dublin. Ireland Friday. 2 different countries. Scotland, Ireland.
Well, sure, but it's just crazy that they're both going overseas at the same time like that. Like,
Forbidden
usually you don't
Door.
see that.
So, yeah, AEW is going to be in Scotland, Glasgow, for Dynamite and Collision tapings Wednesday. And then Friday in Dublin, Ireland, the SmackDown show will take place. Then Sunday in London, England, AEW is doing Forbidden Door.
Right.
Okay. Then Monday, Raw is in Birmingham, England.
Huh.
So AEW's in London for Forbidden Door on the Sunday, and on the Monday, Raw's in Birmingham, England. Then AEW goes back to the States. They're going to go to Philadelphia for a bunch of shows. They're going to, like they did in Chicago. They're going to do like 3-4 weeks of tapings there.
ECW Arena.
Yeah. And then WWE staying in Europe. They're doing SmackDown in Lyon. And then Clash in Paris on a Sunday. And then Monday, Raw in Paris. And then they go back to the States. To Chicago for SmackDown on the 5th of September. So AEW and WWE going to Scotland, England, France, and Ireland around the same time.
You know, like, regardless that, you know, it's not a debate about one or two, because that's obvious. WWE's number one, AEW's number two, that's obvious. But you can't deny it now. There's clearly competition, like, not just in terms of the competing dates, but even the schedules feel like they're competing.
Yeah.
It's quite the war that we're getting right now. I mean, it's good, I think, for everyone. You want that more in the wrestling business.
Mm-hmm.
It's better for the wrestlers.
Yeah, but if you're, say, a hardcore wrestling fan in Birmingham, England, and you were thinking about traveling over to London for AEW's Forbidden Door, you might say, yeah, I'm just going to go to Raw in Birmingham, not travel.
The thing is, though, you're getting a totally different show, though.
Yeah, but
it depends what you like.
But say I lived in Birmingham, England, right? And I was like, ooh, AEW Forbidden Door, that'll be cool. But then I go, oh, WWE's got a show here, Raw, on the day after. It's like, do I really want to do both? I'd probably go, nah, I'm going to stay home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if AEW did Forbidden Door in, say, like, how far is Birmingham, England to London? How far by car? 120 miles, about 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours. So if AEW Forbidden Door was in, say, Ottawa, right?
Uh-huh.
But Raw was at the Bell Center the next day. I don't know if I'd go to Forbidden Door. I might say, yeah, I'm just going to go to Raw. But if there was no Raw and no WWE for months, I'd be like, oh, I might go to Forbidden Door in Ottawa. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the cards are very important. Who's advertising everything. And, like, I feel, and we've said this for the whole year, like, AEW has delivered on pay-per-view. Regardless if you think it's too long or not. But, like, in terms of the match quality, you get your money's worth with the match quality, at least. And Raw, I think you get a great show that looks good. But I don't know if you're always going to get the best matches in the world, though.
Kids don't want to sit through 6-hour shows, though. I'll tell you that much, John. I could not bring my son to an AEW pay-per-view. It would take too long. He'd get bored. We'd have to leave halfway through.
Well, you also have another 2-hour drive, so it's a different situation for you.
Well, I mean, just even if it was here, I wouldn't. I mean, they're so long.
That's it. No, you're not wrong about that. Like, I think AEW is more geared for those hardcore wrestling fans that will just watch anything pretty much. And WWE, it's more suited, like you said, for like families.
Cool. So, hardcore wrestling fans that'll watch anything will probably watch WWE too. So AEW's not ever going to take any kind of chunk away from WWE because they're just taking the people that are already watching wrestling and being like, well, if you're really into wrestling, watch us. It's like, it's a little much, you know? It's like, I like drinking coffee. Okay, I'm drinking a cup of coffee right now. But I get regular-ass grocery store coffee because I'm not all that into trying to figure out coffee and stuff. There's some people out there that really like coffee and the different kinds, and it's made here, and you get it special, and you get the beans and all that stuff. Some people like that. Those are hardcore coffee drinkers. But they're niche. They're already drinking coffee. So WWE is just, that's coffee. It's like, it's going to be the thing that everybody's going to like. And then the people that really like it and are really looking for like a more refined thing, they're going to go and find AEW. But they're already under the umbrella of, like, they're already in. So, it's like, you're not taking anybody, like, you're not creating your own market. You're not creating a separate drink. You're just going, well, if you like that, you might like what we offer. It's very, like, niche. It's smaller. The coffee analogy, I'm realizing, makes no sense. It's just how I'm drinking coffee. It's all I got. You know what I'm saying, though, John?
See, I get exactly what you're saying, though. It's fine. Like,
because it's just like AEW is like, if you really like something, if you really like wrestling and you have really refined tastes, then you might like us. And even then, you might not. Because I would say I really like wrestling, and a lot of times I watch AEW and I go, this isn't even that good. You know?
Well, not everything's a hit. Like, I can guarantee you that. And you don't watch Collision, so there's definitely a lot of misses you're not seeing.
Like, AEW may be better, but I don't know. Is it? If it is better, why? I mean, why am I not excited about it? What's Forbidden Door? Let me see.
Forbidden Door, there's a lot going on in Forbidden Door. Like, I definitely see that it's going to be one of their biggest shows of the year. Again, like, they're very good at building up their shows. And
Hangman versus MJF is pretty massive.
Yep. That was a great way to start Dynamite this week. That was fantastic. That promo and all that, like, that sold me right there for the match, just the promo alone. I mean, they've already done, like, a lot of feuding in the past. They had a match already this year, but, like, just that promo alone, like, I'm sold on the match.
I didn't see Dynamite this week, John.
Okay. I'm just saying, it was a very passionate promo that Hangman cut. And
I mean, that sounds good. I intended to watch it. I just never got around to it. Things were busy. Things got hectic. I didn't have time.
And it's a lot of wrestling to watch, too.
Mm-hmm.
So
I watched Raw. I was able to get to that. I watched SmackDown tonight because it was just on tonight, but I just never got around to Dynamite. I don't know, man. AEW's losing me a little bit. I want the Hangman MJF stuff is. I mean, I'm interested, and I will go and check out that promo. I just haven't seen it yet. I'm sorry. I feel underprepared for this show, having not seen that, and I rarely miss anything. But I don't know. It's not pulling me in. Dynamite happens, Wednesday nights. I'm not around. I'm at jiu-jitsu or whatever. I'd have to go back and watch it, and then by that point, I don't know. Hangman MJF is a cool match, but I feel like it's too early to have it now. Hangman just won the belt. Hangman MJF is like a big match you build to. Doing it now seems a little premature. Why not give Hangman like a title defense? I guess he'll get it against MJF, but like, why is MJF the first guy that Hangman beats? I don't like that role for MJF.
Well, technically, he defended against Moxley again, right? They had the rematch.
Yeah, but that was on Dynamite. That doesn't count. Like, the pay-per-view defenses are the ones that matter. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're not wrong about that, but I don't disagree with the idea of like, hey, this is the big match that we're kind of building towards. Let's do it now. Like, why wait? That's the problem. Like, we wait way too long for things, and then maybe that some things don't work out. Live now, you know? Like, Hangman can have so many different title opportunities or title defenses.
Yeah.
Like, why wait on this?
Yeah. I mean, it's a cool match. I just don't believe MJF will win.
It's MJF, though. And he didn't beat Hangman the first time.
Okay. Edge and Christian got back together. They were teasing that. They did it. And now they're going to team at Forbidden Door.
Yep. I'm a fan of that. I feel it comes out of, like, well, not out of nowhere, but I just feel like a lot happened. Like, if you watch the thing, a lot happens in such a little amount of time. Because the match is, it's Edge, Adam Copeland, whatever, against Stokely, the manager, right?
Yeah.
So don't expect much of a match there. I mean, that is what it is on that one. But in the end, it leads into Edge getting attacked by FTR and Christian making the save. And then you had Nick Wayne come out, Kip Sabian come out, tried to take out Christian. That didn't work. Edge saved Christian. Like, a lot happens all in this one little thing right here, right?
Yeah.
And then they get back together and all that. And then, boom, we have a tag match. A lot happened in such a short amount of time, which is, fine. I mean, things are happening. It's cool, but I'm surprised they're not waiting till All Out to have that big return. Like, to me, it shows you they're really pushing Forbidden Door. I think this is going to be a really big show, because if they're having Edge and Christian back together for this show, to me, it indicates you can't miss the show. 9
matches already. It'll start in the afternoon and it'll probably end late night.
Well, it'll start in the afternoon and probably end like it did before. Like, it'll start at like 2 or 3 and then end at 8 p.m. or something. Makes sense.
I'm not doing a post show for that. I'm not doing that. Can't do it.
Well, it's a Sunday too, by the way. So
very much can't do it. Just don't have it in me.
There you go.
Yeah. I wish them luck, though. I wish them great luck. They also have, so Edge and Christian will take on Kip and Nick Wayne, which, like, I can't get excited about a match with Kip and Nick Wayne. Come on. Zack Sabre Jr. is going to wrestle Nigel McGuinness. That's kind of fun. Nigel McGuinness, though, I mean, he barely wrestles. Hiromu Takahashi taking on Kyle Fletcher. That's cool. That's a fun match. I love Hiromu.
That's all right. I mean,
that's going to steal the show. It's going to steal the show.
You think so?
Yeah. You know who Hiromu is? Too. Ticking time bomb?
Yeah, but do you know the rest of the card?
So? It doesn't matter. He's wrestling Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher's one of the best.
Well, keep reading the card. Keep reading the card.
Timeless Tony versus Athena.
That should be a good match.
I'm not into Athena. I don't care. I don't care. It's just all the promos seem like, hey, I'm really mean. I'm gonna beat you. I'm like, all right, dude, chill. You know, I don't like her attitude.
You're not wrong about that. I don't disagree.
Yeah. So I don't care about her at all because her attitude is super weird. Mercedes Moné is cool. I like her. She's defending her TBS title against Alex Windsor, Persephone, and someone else from Stardom. This is an AEW CMLL Stardom crossover match. I'm waiting to be impressed here, John. What am I supposed to see that's going to freak me out? Kazuchika Okada versus Swerve Strickland for the unified AEW championship, which sounds like the main belt, but isn't. I mean, that's cool. I still think Hiromu Fletcher is like gonna be crazier for what they'll do in the ring. I'm telling you. I don't think you understand. Possibly. You ever see Hiromu and Dragon Lee when Hiromu broke his neck? You ever see that? I gotta find that and send it to you. It was so crazy. Have you seen it?
Okay.
Do you remember?
No, I don't know if
he skidded on his head.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that actually.
Dude, it's one of the craziest matches I've ever seen. Hiromu broke his neck, was out for like a year afterwards. Had to be stretchered out. Dragon Lee was so reckless with him, but Hiromu did not care. He was like, because Hiromu was just as reckless with Dragon Lee. They killed each other. Nearly killed each other. Broke the guy's neck. And I don't blame Dragon Lee. That's just the kind of match they were having. Somebody was bound to break their necks. Nuts, dude. I'm telling you. I will find it for you and send it to you. It's one of the greatest matches ever. Hiromu Takahashi versus Dragon Lee from some show they did. I think it was in the States. It was I'm sure it was in the States. It was like a New Japan show in the States. It was fucking crazy. Just I don't think Hiromu was ever the same. How could you be?
The more you talk about it, the more I think I've seen at least a clip of that, the whole thing about him, I think, on the ring apron, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
That might have been with somebody else. But, yeah, I'm sure they did stuff off the apron. They did the whole match. I'm going to find it, and I'm going to send it to you. It's a classic. Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin defending the AEW tag titles against FTR.
We don't know yet. We'll find out on Dynamite this Wednesday.
In Glasgow. And Lights Out Steel Cage match. Is this the one I'm supposed to be excited about?
I think that will probably be the match that will steal the show, as you say.
Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, the Golden Lovers, back together. Take on Darby Allin and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Tanahashi and Darby Allin? Why is he teaming with Darby Allin? Just because he's like an old legend and Sting's not around anymore? Oh, and Will Ospreay. Oh, this is a Okay, no, sorry. I got confused. I thought this was like a multi-tag match. It's a multi-man. It's a 5-man tag? 8-10-man tag. So it's Kenny, Kota, Darby, Tana, and Ospreay versus Claudio, Moxley, the Bucks, and Gabe Kidd in a steel cage match. Is that 2 rings or what? Is that War Games? Is that 1 ring? What is that?
Well, it says Lights Out, right?
Yeah, what that means.
We'll find out, I guess. I've never seen that before.
All right. Lights Out. That was a finishing move that I invented when me and my brother wrestled each other as children. It was called the Lights Out. I'm stealing my gimmick. 25 years later. Bastards. Hell of a move. I'd pick him up in like a power slam position and I would like tuck his head and then bam, drop him. Terrifying. He remembers. He's listening right now going, oh yeah, I remember taking that. Then he'd powerbomb me. It was crazy. Don't try this at home is what they told us on TV. And we said, maybe that's for the other kids. We'll be fine. We're trained professionals. We were not. We were children. We didn't break our necks. We're all right.
You were lucky.
We were the lucky ones. All right. Also, John, not only is AEW doing a show there in Europe, but WWE's doing a show in Europe. And I talked to you about one match there, John Cena and Logan Paul, which will be terrible, by the way. That match will be crazy bad.
I don't look crazy bad, but okay.
I don't know. I think it'll be difficult. Who carries that? Like, Cena's going to be talking a lot. It'll be loud, that's for sure.
I think they can get by. Like they're both very capable. I think Logan can work within like what he can do, and Cena can do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be a fine match. It won't be a great match.
No.
But I don't think it will be terrible.
Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight in a fatal 4-way for the World Heavyweight title. I really like how they've brought LA Knight over to Raw. I guess he's on Raw now. Was that a trade with Sami Zayn?
That's what I thought.
But they haven't said that outright. Like, Sami tonight was like, I'm on SmackDown now. Has LA Knight said he's on Raw?
I don't think so.
Right. Yeah, but he's there, and I really like how he's been elevated. I like that promo he did with CM Punk on Raw this week. I thought he held his own. I thought Punk was still very good, as he always is on the mic. But I really like that LA Knight is in this match. I could see him winning the world title at some point. I'd like to see him win the world title at some point. He's a main eventer. He just is. He delivers every time. And he's been delivering. And he's over. I'm waiting for them to pull the trigger on LA Knight, and it's just like every time you think they're going to do it, they don't. He's in this match. He's not winning, but it's good that he's in it. It's good that he's at least in the mix. But you know, he's been over. And I wonder when they're going to go, yeah, let's go with him. Let's give him something big. Like, there's been no money in the bank, no Rumble.
Win.
Did we hold on and actually win?
Yankees win.
Wow. I had just stopped watching there for a minute. Who closed? Oh, Weave. Or was it Bednar? Oh, it was Bednar. Bednar closed. Did Weave pitch too?
Thankfully, the Red Sox walked it off tonight, so...
Red Sox won too, yeah, that sucks. The Yankees have been garbage. Oh no, that was Bednar closing. Good job, Bednar, David Bednar. Good man. Thank you, Pittsburgh Pirates, for that trade deadline acquisition. He's been very good. David Bednar, new Yankees closer. Got him from the Pirates for basically nothing. Nice. Too bad the Yankees starters haven't been great. Good start from Louis Hill tonight. They beat the Cardinals 4-3. They hung on in St. Louis to take the first game. All right, Yankees. They won. They've been sucking a lot. Love Yankees and hate Red Sox. There you go. That's a nice graphic. Take that, John. Suck it.
Well, again, you look at the standings, and I believe the Red Sox still are number 2.
I know.
And, yeah.
Yeah, I deserve that, John. I was very cocky at the beginning of the season going, look at the Red Sox. They're in like 4th place. They absolutely suck. We're in 1st. Ha, 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 ha. And now the Yankees are in 3rd, and the Red Sox are in 2nd, and everything's bad. The Yankees still have a playoff spot, for now. But we're going to play the Red Sox soon. There's like a 4-game series coming up. And I don't have a lot of confidence in the Yankees winning half of those games. I think they have 7 more games against the Red Sox from now until the end of the season, and maybe another 3 against the Blue Jays. Those are 10 games that are going to be tough to win. Given the Yankees' track record this season, beating the Red Sox and the Blue Jays it's going to be a real tough task. I mean, beating the Jays right now is tough for anybody. The Cubs can't beat them. Dodgers having trouble, like the Jays are good. Dodgers been slumping. Dodgers are in 2nd place, They're not in 1st anymore in their division. The Padres took them. The Dodgers are not in 1st place, which really pisses me off because I go, man, the Dodgers are weakening. The Yankees could, this is our chance to take the Dodgers. But I'm like, man, we can't even get through the American League. I was like, ooh, maybe the Yankees could get to the World Series and avoid playing the Dodgers and maybe win. But it's like, nah, they're not going to get to the World Series. They probably won't even make the playoffs. And then if they did get to the World Series, they'd probably get beat by the Brewers or something embarrassing like that. Nah, not the Brewers. That'd be crazy. If it comes down to the Brewers and the Yankees in the World Series, you know who's winning. Like, there's no way the Brewers would win. It'd be crazy. It'd be a real embarrassment. It'd be like if the Diamondbacks beat the Yankees right after 9/11 happened. Whoops. That did happen. Shame on America. Right after 9/11, they do the World Series, D-backs and Yankees, and the Yankees don't win? In New York? They didn't win?
Randy Johnson. What do you expect?
Yeah, Randy Johnson was pretty good. Kurt Schilling. They had a good squad. Anyways, Clash in Paris. They got some fun matches, but I don't see a title change there with Seth. Cody will probably wrestle Drew at Clash in Paris, right? Or are they going to do it on another show?
Well, this is what I was going to bring up here. Is like, because they might be doing a show in September, right, to go against All Out. So if that's the case, they might hold back some matches. What, they already have 2 or 3 matches done, so they have to save that match, I think, for September.
Well, they have 3 matches announced, but 2 of them I think are going to happen. One of them is up in the air right now. It's Naomi defending her women's world title against Stephanie Vacquet. So Naomi was supposed to wrestle Io Sky this week on Raw. She did not. They said she's not medically cleared, and they didn't really elaborate. And there are rumors flying that she's pregnant. So if she's pregnant, she's dropping the belt, and she's going away for a while. I guess Big Jim wasn't proceeding with caution, if you know what I mean.
You know, that happens. This is not the first time this has happened, right? So
Becky was champ and dropped the belt when she became pregnant. She was champion and then was pregnant and then had to leave. And then she did that really awkward promo with Asuka in front of no people.
I think it was awkward because I don't think they told everybody like what was happening. So they wanted that genuine surprise when Becky announced that she was pregnant, I think.
Yeah, it was weird.
But
it was just surprise for Asuka.
Yeah, that's it.
So awkward.
Yeah, it's just weird. It came off, off-putting, sadly. And, again, we're in that whole Thunderdome phase back then. So that was early Thunderdome too, right? It wasn't even with the screens yet. It was just the silence. So, awkward.
That whole era was awkward. But yeah, I don't know what's up with Naomi, but there are rumors that she's pregnant, and that means, which, like, good for them.
Congrats.
Happy for them. If that's the case, awesome. But also, like, man, this proceed with caution thing was really getting over. She's champ. Like, Naomi hasn't had runs like this ever, really.
That's not true. She was champion before.
Yeah, but not as a heel, not with, like, a catchphrase that's getting over. Like, she might be on the best run of her career right now.
That's true, yeah.
So I'm just saying the timing of it is a little, you know? But it's more important to have children, I would say, than have a good run, brother. You know what I'm saying? A run is a run. Children are forever. So I hope she's not injured and she is pregnant and it's happy medical clearance issue and not sad medical clearance issue, right?
No matter what, she'll come back. And she'll be back in, like, the top position again. So maybe not champion, but they'll still treat her like a star because she made a difference. So they're going to at least keep something going with that she was doing. So in the end, it won't be too bad. Just, like you said, if they keep it going, but we'll find out Monday more likely because I imagine they'll give her promo time.
I guess we'll find out Monday. They're in Philadelphia. Unless
they're a nice crowd.
There's no promo.
I think they've already announced that she'll be there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wish her well. Big fan of Naomi. Yeah. Who do you think would be the next champion? Stephanie Vacquet? Rhea Ripley? Io Sky?
It's funny. I think they'd probably do a 4-way, actually, because like Stephanie has a title shot, right? So she's guaranteed a shot. She has to be in the match. And I think Io, because Io was supposed to get a shot, right? And didn't get the shot. But also Raquel it was Roxanne beat her, right? Roxanne beat Io on Raw in a very awkward match, by the way. But yeah, Roxanne won. So I think that throws her in the match. And because Rhea Ripley is their top star, they'll throw Rhea Ripley in there. So I think you make it a 4-way for the title.
I would bet anything that the belt would go back to either Io or Rhea. Because usual WWE thinking is like when their current plan for the champion gets completely shattered because of injury or whatever, they just put the belt back on somebody trustworthy, dependable, over, so they can kind of right the ship and then go from there. So that's Rhea or Io, right?
I mean, they could go with Vacquer. It's not impossible.
It's hard to give her first title win that's not against the current champion. It doesn't start her off on the right foot. I think you have to go with somebody already established if you're giving a title run to somebody just off a vacant championship.
I agree with your thinking here, but again, it all depends on what they're thinking, right? Like that's probably why they haven't announced anything with Naomi, because they had to change everything on that Monday for what they were going to do. So they took it one day at a time kind of thing, and I'm sure they're going to find that all out now. I mean, if they can come up with an idea for Vacquer, they'll run with it. But I think you're right too. It's easier to go with that. Just put it on Rhea. I think they wanted to put on Rhea in the end anyway, so more likely what's going to happen.
Yeah. I think Rhea makes sense. Io makes sense too. There's talk that they're turning Asuka heel too. Asuka and Kairi might turn on Io, so maybe they give the belt to Io to kind of do something there.
Well, again, this goes back to the awkward match with Io and Roxanne on Raw.
Yeah, there was a bit of a collision there with Asuka and Kairi on the apron, and then they bumped into Io that caused the loss for Io, right? Accidentally.
Well, the main awkward part, that was awkward. And the moonsault, which was pretty much just the moonsault stomp onto Roxanne's face, pretty much. What happened? Again, things happen. It's too bad. But thankfully, I don't think Roxanne is hurt, so that's good. But that looked kind of rough watching that. Like, oof.
What did you think about Bron Breakker saying, he's barking at CM Punk and LA Knight in the ring because they're setting up a tag match with Bronson and Braun against Punk in LA for the main event. And Bron Breakker, not on mic, but you could hear him. He's like yelling at Punk, like, "You're 46 years old. What are you going to do to me? You're an old man." And he goes to LA Knight, "You're 40. What are you going to do?" And Bron Breakker's, jacked and dangerous and 27. But, like, should he be saying that on camera? Like, "Punk, you're 46. You're old." Because then it kind of reminds you, like, man, he's 46. Bron Breakker should kill him.
I believe he said 47, but
whatever.
Regardless.
Should he say that?
That was planned. Yeah. Like, it was planned, though. Like, because they replayed that throughout all social media so many times. Like, that clip went out crazy. Like, that was all part of the plan. Like, they're trying to put over Breakker. They're trying to make him into, like, a big star. And, like, that's what happens when you try to make a big star. You kind of have to put down some of the top stars. So I
Yeah,
don't think Punk and Jay really mind too much because they could take some hits.
I
They're
guess,
tough
but it
enough.
was like, I don't know if you should be reminding the audience that CM Punk is 46 years old. Because you go, man, he's almost 50. He should be just getting beat up by a lot of these guys, shouldn't he? You know? I don't think you should remind people of that necessarily. I agree, Bron Breakker's getting a massive push, and he's a huge star, and he's going to be great. I just thought, like, I don't know. It wasn't a good look. Because you look at Bron Breakker, you look at CM Punk, and you consider their ages, and you go, oh, yeah, in a real fight, Bron should maul CM Punk, shouldn't he?
Well, see, you're looking at in the terms more like as a fighter kind of thing, right? And you're seeing that more as like legitimate. Where I think some people might look at that like, oh, how can you pick on people like that? You know, like what kind of bully are you, kind of thing. So.
Yeah. I mean, legitimate. I don't know if I'm looking at it legitimate. CM Punk is a UFC veteran. Bron Breakker has never fought MMA, so Punk may have some tricks. You never know. I mean, we've seen him fight. He's not great, but we've never seen Bron Breakker fight, so who knows? He was a football player. He wasn't a fighter, right? I don't think... Did he wrestle? Did he wrestle? Or was he just football?
I'm not sure.
Because if he's just a football player, Punk may be able to beat him in a fight for real. You know?
He does look pretty strong, though, Braun. Got to give him the power. No question.
CM Punk ever get past blue belt in jiu-jitsu? No. He's a blue belt. Why is he still a blue belt?
He just stayed at that level.
I think he just stopped training. How you stop at blue belt? I mean, I know a lot of people do, but like, come on, bro. What are you doing? I'm disappointed in him. Bron Breakker probably does beat his ass.
Jeez. You really turned on him pretty quickly.
Well, I don't know, man. He gave up on martial arts. Like, he was just a fad. It was just a gimmick. It wasn't like a lifelong, you know? Karrion Kross would whoop his ass, too. Karrion Kross, I think, is a brown belt or a black belt. He'd whoop CM Punk's ass in a real fight. For sure. Size, strength, youth, skills. He'd kill him. Killer Kross. Is he done with WWE for real? Is that real or is that like a work they're trying to pull off? I don't quite believe it.
Well, here's the thing. Like, they say his contract that, like, expired, they offered him the contract, and that he didn't take the contract because they only had 24 hours. And then after all that's done, then he goes on a WWE show that's pretty much like a WWE propaganda show. I have a hard time believing that they just let a guy that just got released on that show. Hard time believing that. And, like, I was wondering at first, like, okay, he's been, like, his contract's done, and he's got no wrestling dates coming up already. Like, all these people are contacting him, and all he's got is apparently appearances to places, and that's it. That looks a little bit off there.
Fake. They keep trying to do these, like, worked shoots, and we're seeing through them, and then they act like we don't, and they pat themselves on the back for a job well done.
Because they're filming content for their Unreal show, because I guess they feel
stupid. But, like, I saw that Unreal show, okay? And they're like, what if Seth goes with Heyman? They'll never see it coming at WrestleMania. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here the night before Mania, weeks before Mania, going, I'm pretty sure Seth is going to go with Heyman. Heyman's going to turn on Punk and Roman, and it makes a lot of sense, and here's why, and I'm pretty sure this is where they're going. Meanwhile, Triple H is at home going, no one will ever see this coming. Meanwhile, I'd say 75% of the wrestling world's going, Heyman's going to go with Seth, right? And then when it happens, people go, oh, he did it. And Triple H goes, oh, we tricked him. It's like, no, you didn't, dude. Everybody knew. Everybody knew that Seth wasn't actually hurt and was going to show up at SummerSlam. Me and Johnny were sitting here like, yeah, Seth is a work injury. It's all fake. And we're the only ones. Everybody in wrestling was like, it's fake. And then he shows up at SummerSlam and Triple H goes, we tricked them all. Unbelievable. Didn't see that coming. No, we did, you doofus. We saw it coming. Oh, you thought Karrion Kross really quit. You thought he hated us, but we worked you. No, you didn't, you stupid. And even if you do, we don't even give a shit. If Karrion Kross is working and it's fake, I don't care. He comes in and what's really going to happen if you bring him back after a month or whatever? Who cares? He's been doing the disgruntled guy gimmick already on your TV. You think by like fake firing him and bringing him back, that's going to what exactly? It's going to make some people, marks, as you call them, will go, oh, I didn't know that. Because you're not really watching wrestling in that way. You're not really paying attention that closely. So you go, oh, I thought he was fired. Oh, cool. And then after a week, you lose interest because no one really cares anyways. Did Seth Rollins' whole worked injury, what did that add? Did it make you tune into Raw because you wanted to see what Seth was going to say after he did that? I don't think so. It's really weird how they keep doing this. They keep trying to do these like work shoots that everybody sees through, and then they think that they're pulling like this great trick. Are they that dumb? Are they that unaware of what's going on? Nuts. So the Karrion Kross thing, maybe it is a work. Maybe it isn't. I think it is. If it, here's the thing though. If it is, I don't care. Because it just means he's going to come back to WWE with a new attitude. And who cares? And if it isn't, I also don't care. Because I don't care if he winds up in AEW or TNA or whatever. I don't care. Karrion Kross on any TV show isn't going to make me tune in. So whatever it is, good for you, pal. Leave me out of it. You know what I mean? Who cares? It's not worth the effort. I saw a couple headlines from what he told Helwani. I didn't watch the interview. I didn't watch any clips even. I didn't even click play because I was like, I don't give a shit about this guy. Oh, they only offered a contract to me and not my wife. Yeah, good. I hope that's true. I hope that's a shoot. Because she comes out and just her little hand gestures. That's all she does. She doesn't do anything. So if she's not being used and she's just there, why would they pay her? Just because she's your wife doesn't mean she gets a job. It's not how wrestling works. It only works for Triple H. It's because her dad used to own the company. So once in a while, they give her a paycheck to say, welcome to SummerSlam. And everybody goes, yeah, Stephanie, we like you. We still like you, Steph. You're still important to the company. What a great job. You really introduced SummerSlam so well. What a great announcing of the attendance, Steph. You're great. Amazing. Okay, only one guy gets to give his wife a meaningless job. And he's the gamer. Okay, not you, Karrion Kross. Not you. Okay? If you want your wife to have a job, she's got to deliver. She's got to have something cool, like proceeding with caution or being Becky Lynch, you know? Becky Lynch is so cool, they let her husband have a job. They give him a belt, and he sucks mostly, you know? But, you know, Becky's cool. Karrion Kross, you're not as cool as Becky. Sorry. You know? Naomi is so cool, Jimmy Uso gets to have a job. Well, that's really because of his cousin and his brother and everything. But they keep him around because he's got family. A lot of those guys are kept around because they got family. It's a big family. And they're all there. I think all of them are there. If you're a member of that Anoa'i family and you're not a wrestler, they must all look at you like, what are you doing, man? Do you know how easy it is to get paid? You just stand outside the ring while Solo does the work. Anyways, man, we got JC Potato doing half our job for us. It's great. Come get this money, oos. And they're like, yeah, I mean.
Well, I think it's kind of important because we haven't talked too much about the SmackDown tonight.
It sucked. I mean.
Not the greatest SmackDown, but I do give a lot of credit to I thought was the best match tonight that I saw. That I thought was Carmelo Hayes and The Miz against Fraxium. I thought that was a very good tag match.
Fraxium.
I know you hate them because they took out your tag team.
They injured Pretty Deadly. They suck. Also, The Miz was in that, so how dare you even talk about that match, John? It was terrible. I hated it. It was garbage. The best match of the night was obviously Alexa Bliss versus Piper Niven. By far the best match. Those tag matches were boring as hell, John. What are you talking about? Miz and Mello against Fraxium, and then Street Profits and DIY.
I'm not going to disagree with you with the DIY Street Profits. I will not disagree on that one.
Garbage.
But, Bliss and her service, no way.
Match of the night, brother.
No, Piper looked bad tonight. I don't know what it was. A lot of her stuff looked off. A lot of her stuff just didn't look like it connected. She took some really bad bumps, I thought. And Alexa, again, too, is not the greatest bumper in the world. So it just not a fan of that match at all, to be honest. And then the whole thing, Charlotte pretty much took them on 3-on-1 by herself for a little bit, anyways.
Didn't last. They got her.
Last. But we're building towards that as a tag match. Not exciting at all.
Piper and Chelsea.
Versus
Bliss and Flair.
Or is it just going to be Piper and Fire?
Nah, because didn't Chelsea work Charlotte last week?
I guess you're right. Yeah, that could happen.
Yeah, it'll be Piper and Chelsea, I think.
I feel they're the tag team, though, not Chelsea. But
yeah,
whatever.
But Chelsea's not doing anything else.
Well, sometimes you're just there. That's it. So
Chelsea's fantastic. I'm a big fan. She's great.
She's good for her role. Not everyone needs to be the top person, but she's good at annoying people and then taking a beating afterwards. She's good for that.
Mm-hmm. She was fun. When she came out, she did a little promo there on SmackDown last week. It was good. She got good heat. It's good. Okay, Johnny, when's your next match? When can people see you?
Well, I'm going to be in my first ever ladder match ever, October 3rd in Sudbury, so that's going to be pretty cool. Looking forward to that. But yeah, until then, it's going to be a while. So I look forward to that, October 3rd in Sudbury. Project X Wrestling. First ever ladder match I'll be in.
Who's in that match with you?
Oh, I have no idea yet. It's going to be a multi-man kind of, briefcase, the title shot kind of thing there. So it's that kind of match. But first time I've ever been at any kind of ladder match, so looking forward to it.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it should be good.
What's Sudbury like? When you go to wrestle in Sudbury, you stay over in Sudbury, or are you driving back the same night?
Well, I've actually done it once, and I'll never do it again. The whole back and forth, because it's 8 hours. It's kind of crazy, and realized I'll never do that ever again because that's nuts.
Far.
Yeah, it's crazy far.
It's a road trip.
And there we go with the whole. I was the champion, lost at the last show, sadly. So hopefully I can get back in my championship ways with win that ladder match.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's exciting. October 3rd, Sudbury, Ontario. Johnny's first ladder match. Damn. Hey, I'll be back tomorrow night. UFC 319. It's a watch along. UFC in Chicago, Illinois, it'll be Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev for the UFC middleweight championship. Holy shit. This is the biggest fight of the year.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure. I would say this is the biggest fight of the year. It's going to be huge. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what happens. Khamzat, Dricus, tomorrow. We're going to watch it. 10 p.m. Eastern. That's when the pay-per-view starts. That's when the show will start. And we'll see you there. Shout out Angelo. Shout out Lior. Shout out everybody watching around the world here on the Ringside Report Network.
Thanks for sticking with us to the end. We would really appreciate it if you could help us spread the word.
You know the drill. Hit that subscribe button. Flip those notification switches.
We are an audience-supported network, so consider becoming a recurring supporter at membership.ringsidereport.net. Check out our website at ringsidereport.net. Hope to see you again next time, and have a